Oregon white oak is not only an amazing tree, but it's a really important habitat. It's one that used to be very common in the Willamette Valley, but due to habitat changes after European settlement, we have very little left. And it's very important for wildlife habitats. So our community partners are trying to preserve what's left, and not only preserve it, but restore it. So they've been taking action to actually improve oak habitats. But we need to know why and how this is working. And so that's where Environmental Leadership Program and the Oregon Oaks team came in.
This spring, the 2013 Oregon Oaks team is collecting data for the city of Eugene about the Oregon white oak habitat. And so they are going to sites that a 2010 ELP team previously collected data on, then the city conducted restoration work, and now the current team is evaluating those same sites to see what changes occurred and helping them get important data to evaluate their restoration efforts. In the meantime, they're also collecting data at 2 new sites to help the city plan future restoration projects.
Environmental Leadership Program is a service learning program housed in environmental studies at University of Oregon. It's our goal to get students out in the field getting practical experience, developing their professional collaboration, communication, and technical skills while they're serving an important need in the community. It's a very intensive hands-on team project, and so they start really building their team norms, their processes, and start doing background work to understand their project. In the spring then, they implement their project where they're out in the field for concentrated periods of time, like all-day labs, collecting data, teaching children, doing other things to help the community. The students' experience is going to be varied based on the project, and they apply for the type of projects they would like and the type of experience they would like to gain. A lot of our community partners don't necessarily have the staff to do some of the work, and this is a very collaborative program where our community partners really frame the need and the goals, and they're very deeply involved in mentoring the students in the work that they're doing out in the field. And so our partners are using the students' products, whether it's a lesson plan or data, to help them do their jobs better within the community.
Looks like an 8.
As an environmental studies major, we have to do like a extracurricular sort of internship, but the LP program like offers so much more in terms of like working within a community setting. Like we have our community partners, the like Parks and Open Spaces division for the city, and I just think the opportunity to do undergraduate research like in like conjunction with like the Parks and Open Space division is like invaluable, because you just get like a firsthand sort of experience like for how a city planning and like how their restoration efforts for the local area work.
The students become really professional researchers very quickly in the term. They have a protocol that they've worked on over the winter to learn, and they have expensive sometimes equipment that they need to take care of, but they all have a role when they go into the field. They're a team of 11 students this year, so it's a big team, and they all have to have a specific role to make sure their data collection is really efficient and effective.
I feel like going through college, sometimes you don't get that experience with working with a team and collaborating as a team to get a project done, especially a really big project that takes a lot of work. And so having that ability to work and function with the team is definitely really beneficial, and you can use that. Everything you kind of need for the workforce, you kind of dip into a little bit in the ELP.
I just wanted to basically just get a hands-on experience of all the things we've been talking about in school. So it's nice to get out there in nature and actually start doing work.
You know, in terms of just, you know, pure learning, it's like the entire program is like I'm learning new things like every time I'm in the field, every time I'm in the lab. You know, it's like all the skills that we learn are pretty invaluable, especially in terms of environmental studies. Like you have to do this, I think, if you really can. It's such a broad major, and this like contextualizes it and like puts it in perspective for a lot of students.
I've seen them become more efficient working together. I've seen some of them take leadership roles and develop those skills personally. And also, they've already started some preliminary data analysis, and they're finding some change from the 2010 data, which is really what the goal of the project is, to evaluate change and evaluate how those programs have affected the city's sites. And so I think what will be exciting to see is what other results they come up with and how they continue to grow together as a team.